Woozoo! For those of you who don't know what this is the Woozoo desk fan. This seems to be the newest craze, especially when it comes to dormitory desk fans, because of the 4-axis or the 2-axis oscillation that this fan claims to have. And along with its relatively small form factor and modern-esque design, this definitely has been quite popular, at least with people I know, as well as people that I've seen online who are preparing for dorm life in college to get one of these specifically. Now, as fans of games, you know, the guy who makes fan videos and washer videos and gaming videos, but you know, fan videos, that was the first thing I said. I figured it only made sense for me to see what the hype was with this thing. Because quite frankly, when people were asking me at first if this was if this was a product that I'd recommend, I really didn't know what to tell them. My first instinct was that the 2-axis oscillation is just kind of a fad, and honestly, something that I would predict would be a knock against the product, because obviously the more axes you have for movement, the more points of failure you have in the fan. But people that I know who've actually bought one say that they really enjoy it. So that's what I did. I gotta see what this was like for myself. So I bought one, and we're just going to see what this thing has to offer, and you guys are gonna come along with me for the journey. So why don't we start by unboxing it. This is just something I got from Costco, by the way. From Woozoo themselves, I think that this thing can cost over $100. But I only paid about $45 for this from Costco. So, do with that information what you will. Is there more tape to cut? No, that's it there. I don't want to destroy this box, but unless, maybe, I'm doing this wrong. Gotta open this one up first. There we go. That was the strategy. So I guess Woozoo is the product and Iris USA is the brand? Can't say I'd have ever heard of them. Oh, I should have known that was going to happen. So here is our manual, the Woozoo Globe Fan by Iris USA. Oh, cool, something to put your drinks in. Because you know, it looks like those things you get at the fast food places. Well, here's the Woozoo itself. This thing's got a pretty good amount of weight to it, I gotta admit. I totally thought this was gonna be a lot lighter than it is. What else we got in here? Anything? There's just another cardboard piece. Just more cardboard. Okay, now let's unwrap this. It's like a present on Christmas morning in June. Here it is. Okay, so this is not a USB fan. This does actually require its own socket, which personally I find to be a green flag. I usually trust fans that are not USB fans more than USB fans, just because usually USB fans tend to be of a cheaper quality. Not to say that they don't perform well. Like, for example, I love my Brookstone clock fan, and that's a USB fan, but it is nice to see that it seems to be powerful enough to warrant getting its own socket instead of just relying on the power supplied by a USB power source. And that's something too on the box here. Let me see if I can find it. Power you can feel from up to 25 meters or 82 feet away. So this thing claims to be really freaking strong. And it's got a remote too. Nice. In case you're wondering if this fan comes in other colors, I don't know. I've only seen it in white. I should probably do some research on that. All right, just remove the battery thing. So I guess now we can plug it in. All right, so it starts up on low speed. In addition to the remote, we have, all right, the remote works. But as I was saying, in addition to the remote, we do have a control panel on the fan itself, which pretty much matches all the buttons that we see on the remote here. And on the remote, we have not only our power on the upper left, we have timers for seems to be 1, 2, or 4 hours of runtime. What is this wave thing? Oh, natural breeze. That seems to be a new mode for it. A no light option. So this thing might have a light on it. The oscillation activators, speed change, and what this bell is, we can turn off notifications on it. Cool. Now, I actually don't know what that does yet, but we're gonna find out. Okay, well, let's start with speed 1 again. Wow, this thing is really quiet. Let me turn it off. That white noise you're hearing right now is just the air conditioning running. Unfortunately, I can't really do anything about that right now because the return vent's right there. But I am going to post a demonstration video of this fan running on all the speeds, so that'll give you a true look at what this thing is like running and like how quiet it is. But we'll turn it back on. That is actually really quiet. And that's a very gentle breeze. Like that actually feels really nice. It's almost like if you were to walk outside and you know that feeling when you walk outside and there's just a slight breeze, the wind is just ever so slightly blowing. It's a good feeling. And that's what this sort of feels like. Speed 2. Just a bit stronger. Noticeably stronger, actually. Oh, wow, yeah, I think this might even be hitting the camera. Oh, wow, yeah, that is really strong. Wow. Speed 3. Ramping up a bit. Now you're starting to get some wind noise when you go up close to it. No motor noise though, which is good. Speed 4. So now you got some wind noise and some slight motor noise, but it's just like a gentle hum. White noise, typical of what you would find on a desk, pedestal, or other sort of oscillating fan. So nothing wrong with that. Very strong breeze. I'm actually going to tilt it this way so that the camera doesn't just have that sound. It might have actually had it this whole time. I hope it didn't. That is so strong. I don't know if it's 82 feet strong, but that is pretty strong. It's a very focused breeze, which I guess you'd kind of expect from this sort of design. Let me turn it off, actually. So yeah, it's got a very focused breeze, but then again, it's not like it allows air to escape through here, like through the sides. It's straight out the front. In case you're wondering, this is a 3-blade plastic blade design, and that motor had a pretty decent spin down time for something like this, especially with a plastic blade, and it was a very gentle stop. So it seems that this thing uses pretty high quality bearings, which is nice. Overall, I do have to say this feels and performs like a high quality product. All right, so we're gonna lower the speed back to 1 now, just so we're not bombarding the camera with air and everything, because now we're going to try the oscillation mode. So let's do our, whoa. So with oscillation, the entire bass is going back and forth. I literally just turned, just like looked directly at me, and then call it quits. So this seems to have about a 135 degree range for the horizontal oscillation. Let's turn that off. Oh, that I just accidentally turned down the up and down one as well. I was gonna wait till this was done before doing that. Let's just turn that, yeah, the horizontal oscillation off. Now we're doing the vertical oscillation. Oh wow. This is actually pretty cool how it does that. In the back it has a crank shaft type motor that is running the oscillation for this. So it looks like it was pretty much at its lowest oscillation point when we first turned it on, and it goes almost entirely looking upward here. So it's probably about an 80 degree range for vertical oscillation, which all in all is pretty good. Now let's do them simultaneously. So it's going to be nodding no and nodding yes at the same time. I personally don't know why you would want it to do this. Heck, I'll be honest with you, I don't even know why you really want the vertical oscillation. Okay. It was interesting there, I don't know if you guys caught that. It didn't go all the way down. Yeah, it kind of struggles to go all the way down when it's going back and forth. I wonder why that is. Can we turn, no, you can't turn the fan off and just have it oscillate. That'd be funny if you could. Okay, so on the control panel, there's only one button for oscillation, and it goes from off, horizontal only, vertical only, both, and then back to off. Whereas with the remote, you can control them individually. So the remote does give you more options, per se, than the control panel does. And we still have to figure out what these other buttons do, so we're gonna test that now. First, let me actually reset this. So we're gonna have it go back to its original vertical position, which was about there. And then I'm gonna have it oscillate back over towards me. We'll call it good there. So let's try this wind breeze mode. So that turned off the speed indicators. Oh. So the wind breeze mode, is that what it's called? Natural breeze. So the natural breeze mode varies the speeds, seemingly in a random fashion. It will increase the speed and then decrease the speed. Interesting. All right, let's just go back to low, constant speed. What does the no light button do? Oh, it turns the lights off on the control panel so you can have this thing running in a dark room, say at night, and you don't have the lights blaring, I guess. Let's do a test, actually. There's not a whole lot of natural light coming in this room right now. Let's turn off this light. Turn off this light. There might be a little too much natural light in here. Let's see. If we raise the speed. I mean, yeah, I guess you kind of have a good amount of light coming from it, but I don't know. I don't think it would be enough to bother me, at least, but it is a nice feature for those who need to sleep in absolute darkness. What does the no bell do? Oh, that just turns off the sound. So now I can change the speed. And it won't beep. Okay. Now we turn the beeping back on. That double beep just means that I turned off something. So like just there, timer 1 hour on, timer 1 hour off. Just like that. And you do have the no light and no sound options on the control panel as well. You just have to press either button, or for the light you have to press the natural breeze button for an extended period of time, and then for no sound you have to press the timer button for an extended period of time. Let's turn it off now. Yeah, that thing's got a very impressive spin down, I must admit. Well, that seems to be all there really is to show with this fan, and quite frankly, I must admit, I was way too quick to negatively judge this thing when people would tell me, like, or when people would ask me what I thought of it. I've never heard of the Woozoo brand. I didn't know what to expect from them, so I kind of was like, it just seems to be a fad. But even if that is the case, I wouldn't say this is a bad fan fad, not by any means. This seems to be a very high quality product with many very convenient options, and it seems like it was very well designed to do what it was supposed to do. Oh, before I forget to mention, this comes with a 5-year warranty. So they believe in this thing. That's a very good sign. But yeah, overall, I would say this is something to legitimately consider if you do want a modern, high-tech desk fan for a relatively low price, especially because of how quiet it is. I think that's great. The only thing that I would say I don't care for with this fan is honestly the look. I'm pretty traditional with how I like my fans to look, especially desk fans. So having something, a more modern design like this is just personally not my cup of tea. But beyond that, beyond the styling of it, I can't say this is a bad fan. I can't. It does exactly what you'd want it to. It does it very well. So yeah, I think this is something to legitimately consider. I hope you found my review of this product helpful. Again, if you would like to see a demonstration of this fan running on all the speeds and in the oscillation mode, then I will have a video out on that at some point. I don't want to say exactly when now because I don't know when that'll be out at this point, but just know that it is on the horizon. So stay tuned for that if that is something that would interest you. With that, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and remember, stay cool, everybody. Starting off with low. Speed 2. Speed 3. Speed 4. And speed 5, high speed. Spin down.